Hello, everyone. This is Scooby.
And that means I'm Steven, and you're here for another episode of The Feedback, a podcast geared around expanding your music knowledge and library as well as our own. Today, we are going to get to the culmination. Is that the right word? The culmination of the Choose Your Own Adventure?
Culmination.
Culmination. Thank you. I believe one of those three we did last time you did your song, and that was I Do Not Know the Artist or the Song. The first choice was I know the artist, might know the song, and I ended up knowing it, but didn't know that I knew it. And then, if memory serves me correct, which I'm pretty proud of myself for this episode should be a song and band that I both know. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Woo! All right. Well then, I'm gonna get into my drinks, and then I'll let you do the rest. Is that how we do this now?
Usually.
All right, good. It's been a while, guys. We not really, but it is. I don't know. Anyway, I got the usual. I got my high quality H2O, and again the other usual because I've bought so many of them, and now I just keep them for podcast days. I hope you're having a good time because I'm having a Baja Blast. I'm gonna go ahead and give you some ASMR while I let Scoobs introduce his drinks, maybe himself more, and the song today.
Well, I will introduce my drinks as well. I have been hard at work editing our episodes, and boy, I kind of went off last time on my drink. Last time I had a Gator Light, and I had some feelings about it, about being old and dehydrated and basically a piece of beef jerky, I guess. But
That's a good way to put it.
yeah, today I decided, you know what? I deserve a nice beverage. Not that I hate drinking Gator Light, but it was more for my health than anything else. Today, instead, I have a root beer, an Appalachian brand root beer. It is
Okay.
apparently brewed with a delightful blend of honey. Now, I've actually never had this brand. I like root beer a lot. I like to try all the different brands. When I was at the store today, I was like, I'd like to get root beer. And I was actually going to get Stewart's, but they didn't have any. So I just kind of looked, and all they had in glass bottles was Appalachian or store brand. And I was like, well, I don't really want to get store brand. No offense, Weiss Markets, but
I didn't know Weiss Market made its own glass bottle root beer. That's interesting.
yeah, I was surprised too, and I still didn't buy it. But
Yeah, I wouldn't. Nothing against it, like you said, but like,
so let's see here. Ooh, that's really sweet. It is it doesn't have the bite that a lot of root beers have, which is actually a little disappointing.
I was gonna say, I feel like that's a big part of it.
Yeah. Oh well. And then I also have water because you gotta have water. Gotta
Hydrate so you
hydrate.
don't dehydrate.
That's right. So now, as we draw to the end of this edition of my Choose Your Own Adventure, as established, this is a song by a band you know, and it's a song you know as well. And I believe I mentioned when I started this whole rigmarole that it's a song that we both really like and have somewhat bonded over, or at least have spoken about quite a bit before, been like, God, that song's really good. So,
Now I'm nervous. Not really, but like, you know what I mean? It's like the, oh man, what if my feelings have changed about this?
I don't think so. I'll
I
start
hope
with the
not.
band name. The band is Tiny Moving Parts,
Ah,
and the
I know
song
tiny moving parts.
is Always Focused.
So this is gonna be another one of those things where I don't remember the title because again, I'm awful at it no matter how many times I've looked at it. But I'm sure that I know the song
Oh, you definitely do.
because you said we've talked about it, so I
Hmm.
definitely know it.
So, real quick, we'll go through a little bit of the background of the song and the band. Tiny Moving Parts are a math rock and emo band, and they formed in Benson, Minnesota in 2008. Minnesota's that's Midwest enough, right?
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah. So they've been around for nearly 20 years at this point, and they've had the same three members throughout their entire tenure. Dylan Matheson on lead vocals and guitar, William Chevalier on drums, and Matthew Chevalier on bass and backing vocals.
I don't know if I knew this was a three-piece.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. You wouldn't think that with the way that the dude can play guitar and sing at the same time, but
Seriously.
he's just one of those people. That's how I feel about Claudio from Coheed. There are
Mm-hmm.
some people that I don't know how they can do it. I can barely do basic chords and sing at the same time, so I guess you just need that focus.
You need to be filled with determination.
You need to be always focused. This track is actually originally from the album Pleasant Living, which came out in 2014, but the version that I have chosen is actually from Audio Tree Live, also in 2014, so probably pretty soon after the album came out.
Okay, cool.
And that's really all I have for background because I couldn't find much else, to be honest. They recently released an album, and when I say recently, at this point, it was probably last year, called, I believe, Deep in the Blue, which was very good. All of their stuff has been really, really good. They've been quality from the start, I think. All killer, no filler.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard a bad song by them.
Yeah, and that's, of course, a ringing recommendation for any band. Just being like, I haven't heard a song where I'm like, nah.
Really, you picked this one?
Yeah, right. But I think once we get into it, you'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, definitely.
I'm one of those people where like we were talking about it a little bit before the show, but like I'm gonna hear the first note and I'm like, oh okay, yeah,
Oh,
and I'm gonna just start
absolutely,
singing the rest of it and be like, yeah.
absolutely.
I gotta say, the fact that you asked if Minnesota is far enough Midwest to be Midwest emo is just silly to me. I mean that's where like they say pop. Oh, don't you know?
But it's also like the godless North, isn't it?
I guess I feel like Minnesota is very. I don't know. All I know about Minnesota is that they have weird accents. They call soda pop, and they fucking love hockey.
Jesse Ventura was the mayor of Minneapolis. No, he was the governor of Minnesota, actually. That's right.
Is that a wrestler?
Yep, Jesse the Body Ventura. He was
Interesting.
also in Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Carl Weathers. So
I feel like that should be a requirement for the for all future generations that if you want to hold political office, you've had to be a movie star before.
okay, movie star, yes. Television star, no. Let's not get into that.
Home Alone 2?
Oh no, it doesn't count. It doesn't count. It was a cameo.
That's true. That's true. There wasn't acting involved.
Right. Anyways, before we devolve into screeching rants, we should probably jump into the song. We are going to be listening to Always Focused by Tiny Moving Parts live on Audio Tree. It's wild to think that this video was recorded 12 years ago.
Man,
Old.
we are old.
Anyways, we'll see you on the other side.
I'm getting high off the vibe of a fist fight. Tonight I will feel alive. Can't pull me down nor slow my pace. I'll never give up on my accidents always worried. Pleasant accidents, pleasant accidents, forever focused. Pleasant accidents, pleasant accidents, always worried. Pleasant accidents, pleasant accidents, forever focused.
So real quick, I'm going to let you give your thoughts, but every time I hear this song, I know you've seen it before. I think I've seen you share this before. Every time I hear this song, I think of that meme of someone saying, sad guitar, and a man screaming, I'm sad! I'm so fucking sad! While his voice breaks. And then the next line is, this song's fucking dope. This song
Yes.
is that.
Yes.
To a T.
1,000%.
And I'm just like, this song is fucking dope.
It 1,000% is that. Since you gave me the floor, I was gonna say something similar, where it's like a different idea, but on the same vein, was that whenever you think of a Midwest emo song and you're trying to tell someone who's never listened to Midwest emo before, of like, well, like what is Midwest emo? Like you play this.
Yeah.
And if you like this is what you're gonna like about Midwest emo, and you're gonna find lots of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've definitely said it before to you, and I don't know if we got on the record and said it when we did our episode on Midwest emo before. But when I think of Midwest emo, I think of Tiny Moving Parts. I think of them. I think of this song specifically. When I try to explain what it is, this is the song that comes to mind, and I try to describe this feeling. My way of doing it is like, well, there's some noodling and some real intricate parts, and it's real like beautiful, but then there's also like a grungy, screamy element to it too, and like, I don't know, you just gotta listen to it, man.
Yeah.
Is that what you do, or do you have a different approach?
That's pretty accurate because, yeah, there's the sort of twinkly, complicated, complex guitar. There's the guy with his cracking voice, which you wouldn't think sounds appealing, but it just adds to the experience. And then there's the second guy who repeats the lyrics but screaming them. There's bonkers drums that you don't really notice because at first you're kind of focused on the guitar and the vocals, and then you take a second and you're like, whoa, the drummer's going crazy. And then underneath it all is the bass just kind of holding everything down.
Yeah. And I don't, it's one of those, I think it's properly described as, it's like a car accident you just can't turn away from. There's just so much crazy shit going on, and not like a car accident, but there's so much crazy stuff going on, but yet it's beautiful. Because a car accident's not really beautiful, but
No.
there's just so much going on in so many different directions, you don't know which way to look and what way's up and what way is down, but then you're like, whoa, at the end. That's the way that it's similar to a car accident.
Yeah.
But like, where a car accident is scary, this, on the other hand, is not. It's I've definitely said it just now, and I said it before. I think a good quality for any Midwest emo song is that you can say it's beautiful. Because I think that may or may not be an underlying factor, where we were saying before, like those very complex, intricate little fingerings of like the little doodles that they're doing, noodling, right? I think that's the proper term.
Yeah.
Where they're just kind of like they have that going on. But then, like you were just saying, it's like that extreme, like, strain of, like, they don't match up at all. Like, you have this very pretty guitar kind of going on, and then you got this very just crash out level, but singing vocalist. And I know it doesn't sound good with the way that I'm saying it, but I promise you, it's all compliments. I love this. And like you said, the one thing I didn't say, which we need to go back to, is obviously I knew the song. You said we knew the song. To the point where maybe or maybe not you'll hear B-roll of as soon as I saw the verse 1, I was like, oh yeah, and I started singing it.
Yep.
It's like one of those qualities for me of a song that even if you didn't play the instrument, but you're trying to like mouth it, I'm known for that a bajillion percent. I don't always do it out in front of people because I was slightly embarrassed of it, because I don't think it sounds good. I don't know if I'm on key or in pitch or anything like that, but I'm just sitting there like, the many times you may or may not have heard me pretend to beatbox or whatever, improvise the song at the end of our show when I did Ego Timer 2. I do stuff like that similarly, where I'll just be like, I can't play the guitar, but I'll pretend I know what I'm doing with the guitar, and I'll make the sound with my voice, and I'll just like, whatever sounds come out, come out. But like this song, like I'll pretend to play it anytime, anywhere, wherever I'm at. I don't care who's around. Like headphones in, walking down the street with my dog, and I'll be whisper screaming this later.
I think that it's such a dense song. There's so much packed into. It's not even 3 minutes long. I think it's maybe 2.5. Like this video that we watched is 2:42 in length, but I think the last 8 seconds were the guy talking, saying the
Yeah,
name of the band and people applauding. It's a very short song, but there's so much just packed in there that it's a song that definitely warrants several listens. I think your mind just kind of latches onto one thing. And I think that's normal when you listen to music in general. So in this case, the very first thing you hear is the guitar. So your mind is going to kind of latch onto that. Your ears are going to gravitate towards that. You're going to sort of focus on the guitar. And then the vocals come in, and that's a whole other thing where it's kind of, as you said, the trademark of Midwest emo. Just I like to use the term anguished. I don't know, like
that's nicer.
that might sound like a little dramatic,
No,
but
but it's definitely nicer than what I said.
yeah, there, as we all know, emo is short for emotional. So you want your vocals to have that emotion. You want them to be sort of raw. You don't,
Right,
a polished emo vocal performance is kind of like, well, that's not
right.
that's not really the hallmark of the genre. And there is a big difference in my mind of like mainstream emo and Midwest emo, or maybe not even Midwest emo, but just mainstream and independent emo. Because people will take bands like, who, we've covered them on this podcast before fairly recently, Fall Out Boy.
Mhm.
They're emo, and I'm
Yeah.
I'm doing the finger quotes, but it's almost like not night and day, but like night and evening, comparing them to something like this.
Well, even comparing them to themselves at different points in their career. Because, I mean, like you said, with the finger quotes, like earlier on was emo, but as it got, after the hiatus, it was pretty much just alt.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Uh,
anyway,
I mean, and then you could take other bands that were slash are emo that maybe are a little less polished, or maybe in sort of a different direction. I like to pick out like My Chemical Romance and The Used.
yeah,
Those are pretty good examples of The Used kind of bring in actually a little bit more hardcore elements to their music a lot of the time, and especially in Bert's vocal delivery. And he's got that I'm angry and sad at the same time screech with his voice cracking all the time, and that's very much a hallmark of his voice. Even Gerard
absolutely.
from My Chem, same thing. Earlier on, they were much more emo, and then as their
Right.
career progressed, they became a lot more polished. You could listen to the Black Parade and still be like, yeah, this is emo, but it's way more like bombastic and theatrical, maybe, because that album is very, very,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
But the emo side of it is, I think what we've discussed before is like the delivery and the voice. And
Yeah.
he still kind of has that like whinish call to attention almost, or like a call to like do something. It's not just like singing the song so you can feel something. It's singing the song to make you feel something. Like if you're not feeling what you're feeling, or if you're not feeling what he's singing, then he's not doing a good job.
Yeah. Oh man, that just makes me think of we're a little bit of a tangent already, but to me, hands down, always the best My Chemical Romance song is going to be The Ghost of You. I don't
Hmm.
know if, maybe they'll top it. I don't think they're really releasing new music. I know they're touring again, but that song, and it's because of the vocal performance that I find that song just so powerful. It's a great song in general, musically, instrumentally, and all that. It's well composed, but the vocal performance is what does it for me. Um, but to get back to what I was saying probably like 7 or 8 minutes ago, with this song, how your mind kind of latches onto whatever you hear first, and I mentioned it already, the drummer is crazy, but you kind of don't really notice it, I don't think. For me, not on the first or even second listen, but then once I went back again and I'm like still dissecting this song because there's so much to it, I'm like, holy crap, like he's killing it.
I do have to say, like you were mentioning before, the guitar at first obviously commands your interest. That's how the song starts. So why wouldn't it? But immediately after he starts singing, my first listen and almost most of my listens, I focus so heavily on him when he's singing that when he's singing, it's all I hear. And when he's not singing, or they're not singing, I should say, then I can start to listen to the music again. And I feel like that's just me with this. And I don't know, like I definitely have done like and gone through like you mentioned, where I'll put more focus and I'll listen to just one part more heavily. But like the way he sings, I still hear his vocals way harder than anything else when he's singing or when they're singing. Because again, like we mentioned, there's the backup screamer, if you will, instead of the backup singer. To be honest, I don't think I've ever given the drummer his credit where he deserved for that, because I think he does such a good job with what he plays that it carries the song so well that you don't notice it. And I think that's a compliment in the same sense. He does such a good job with what he's doing that it feels so right that it doesn't seem like you, I don't know, not that you don't need to pay attention. I put some quotes up there, but it's just you need to feel it more than you need to listen to it. And for me, the drums just feel like that's where they need to be, and I just let them be there and just feel the music and the beat of that, because there is so much else going on all the time with this song. Like this is the kind of song that I put on when my brain is going in too many different directions and I don't know what to do with it, because when I listen to this, it automatically has to. And then my brain gets tired after doing that, and then it's fine again. This kind of song will make that happen for me, where I'm listening to everything all at once, and it makes my brain happy when it's in that kind of mindset where it needs it, versus when I don't need it to. Like I'm trying to wash the dishes, but I can't because I'm thinking about everything else.
Yeah.
So I'll put this on, and this occupies my brain space in every capacity, where I'm like dishes, 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 dishes.
So coincidentally, always focused helps you focus.
Also, yeah, horribly always focused on everything else that's going on helps me focus on only doing the one other thing that needs to be going on.
Yeah.
But I did want to say, holy shit, dude. Because you mentioned it a couple of times already, but the drummer, I didn't realize how much he was doing that whole time until today.
Yeah.
And that's amazing. That gives me another whole deeper appreciation for everything that's going on. Like I said, like you can feel what he's doing and it feels like it belongs there, but to realize like how much is actually happening, I'm fairly impressed with how much he was doing with what he had. I need to have more respect for the math rock genre than the emo genre, I think, because I mean, there's emo drummers, but like that's a math rock drummer, right?
Oh,
Like,
absolutely. Yes.
bro, I've never seen an emo band play like that before. I mean, we've listened to these guys how long? Like you said, we've bonded over this and talked about this and discussed how we feel so strongly about this genre because of this, and this band because of this, right? Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I do think that sort of one of the hallmarks of math rock as a whole is, I mean, it's going to be most of the time, not all the time, but a lot of the time, very complex instrumentally. And what I find interesting about that is the guitars, yep, definitely like crazy noodling, tapping, whatever, sliding, just this complex, intricate riffing. The drumming is also usually going to be pretty nuts. But the bass, a lot of the time, and not always, a lot, sometimes the bassist will also get into it, but the bassist a lot of the times will kind of hold everything down instead of the drums being like the root of what's holding everything together. It's the bass. This song is a really good example of that. And one of my favorite math rock bands, I don't know if you've ever heard of Chon, Chon.
I am not familiar with that at all, but I think I've said before that when I first hear math rock, I always think nerdy, not in a fun way. Nerdy
Right.
in like it's way too complex to even enjoy it way. But because of a lot of swancore and everything that you've been bringing so far that has been listed as math rock, I'm like, I really need to listen to more math rock.
Yeah. So that just means I'll have to bring a Chon song to the podcast, which
That chon,
yeah, which I already know which song I would bring. It's the first song I ever heard by them, but it really has that sort of hallmark of math rock where there's two guitars and they're trading riffs and they're playing dual leads in synchronicity. The drummer's going nuts and the bassist is there just holding it down, like filling in the gaps, and it works so well. That was actually their first bassist, and later on he left the band and they got another bassist, and you could tell that he was like, well, I want to do cool tapping shit too, which I get it, but I kind of like that sort of feel where the bass is just solid. And this is getting a little into other stuff, but I mean, you played bass in our band, and I've played bass in several different bands. I feel like bass is a, I don't know if I want to say underrated instrument. That's not quite what I'm getting at, but like it's so versatile that a lot of times it's unappreciated. I Something that I really dislike in music is when the bass just follows the guitar.
right?
Just in general, in any genre, like I just find that boring. I really like dynamic bass lines where not it's not necessarily the bass taking the lead, but just kind of doing their own thing. Because when you hear about really good bassists, like I don't know, people think of Flea, of course, the Red Hot
Right,
Chili Peppers,
right.
or
That's definitely one.
Les Claypool from Primus, or Cliff
Yep.
Burton, R.I.P. Metallica. A lot of them are like, oh, they played really cool lead bass, which is true. But I think playing to fit the song, which is kind of what you were saying about the drummer here. I think it's just really important that like you don't overplay, you also don't underplay and be boring and just follow whatever the guitar is doing, but what you're playing fits perfectly. It's very Goldilocks and the Three Bears. This bass is too hot, this bass is too cold, it's too boring, but this bass is just right. And I feel like math rock a lot of the time really nails that with what sounds simplistic, but it just fits so well that you're like, I wouldn't want it any other way.
No, that sounds absolutely perfect. I want to do two quick caveats. I can't remember. Maybe there's only one. I might have forgot the other one. But the one was I want to say first off, I don't want to consider that I played bass. I want to say that I tried to play bass because I did not do the bass any justice. I'll tell you that.
You had a
And
bass in your hands and it made noise.
that's fair. I was doing that, but that was the extreme limit of it. I know you kind of got around to it anyway, but I was going to agree and echo your words where the bass, it seems like in a lot of cases it's underappreciated and underutilized. And then like you said, it kind of just follows what's going on with the song. It's not doing its own thing or even getting the full appreciation of what it could do.
Yes.
So yeah, I just wanted to. I agree fully on that sentiment, and that what they do here is not that.
Yeah.
They do not just. They're not just here for the ride. So to say, they were. I don't know if I should. I can't add anything to that, so I'm not going to. Forget I tried anything. I'm just gonna go ahead and just yeah. I loved that breakdown. There, it doesn't credit itself with a breakdown, but right there between verse two and the bridge,
Hmm.
I loved everything that was going on there. Like that whole bit, like if that could have happened longer or twice, I wouldn't have complained. That, I don't know how your feelings are towards that little spiel there, but like I love like whatever they're trying to accomplish, they did, in my opinion. If they wanted to have a mosh pit at that point, they could. If they wanted to have like a little, I don't want to say the word circle pit because like this isn't a circle pit thing, but there's so many times they do that, and then like the other comedic thing that people just like, I swear they just go to concerts to say they did a wall of death, even if it were like a fucking Taylor Swift concert. Like,
Bro, you see me crowd killing at the fucking Tiny Moving Parts concert? What?
exactly. Like, why? No, that's not what that's for. But I mean, if a band wanted to, right, they could have done it to that part.
The length of the song is kind of related to what you're talking about, where it's sort of
Right,
like, for you, you're like, I kind of wish that part would go longer. And for me, I'm like, I kind of wish the song was longer. But it's so short and so punchy that you want to go back and listen to it again immediately, almost. Because, like I said, you're not catching everything the first time. You're not catching everything the second time. It takes a couple listens to fully absorb everything that's going on. And I think that the short length of the song really helps facilitate that because, it's a short enough song that it's complex, but the length is easily digestible. So it doesn't feel like a huge commitment to go back and listen to it again because it's less
right.
than 3 minutes. On the other side of that spectrum, just because this is a song that we've covered before, Outliers by Aviations, that song's amazing. And it's the same sort of song where it's like, I couldn't comprehend everything that was going on throughout the entire song, but it's also 11 minutes long. So
Right.
you might not be like, oh, like, do I have another 11 minutes to listen to that song? I want to, but maybe not right now. Whereas this, you could listen to this song almost 4 times before you would listen to the whole of Outliers.
Which is pretty funny to think about, to be honest.
Yeah,
Because I wouldn't think twice about listening to the song three times in a row, but I definitely would have to prepare myself for a 12-minute song or
right.
11 minutes, whatever.
Yeah,
That's like a song you put on when you're on your way to work. You get in the car, you put that on, and you're like, oh shit, I left the house. Oh shit, I'm almost here.
yep.
That's when you time travel.
Yeah, honestly.
Those are fun. Those are my fun car rides when you go time traveling. But anyway, were you about to get into lyrics?
Yeah, because the lyrics are very emo.
Oh my god, yeah.
Very emo. Listen, we're millennials. We grew up in the age of AOL Instant Messenger where you would put up away messages.
Yep.
A lot of times using vague song lyrics to express how you were feeling.
Almost always, right?
Yeah. And I mean, I don't think I was using Instant Messenger by 2014 anymore. But if this song had come out 7 years prior, dude, I beat myself up when I let myself down. Top notch, 100 out of 100 away message material.
Oh my god, yeah. Like I wish that I want to download AOL right now, AIM Messenger, log in just so I can put my away message up, make that my away message, and then lower AIM and just go away for 2 days.
And then have people be like, "Are you okay? Is
Yeah,
everything
come
fine?"
back to like 30
I don't
messages.
want to talk about it. Don't ask. Because that's what everyone did. Let's be honest,
Exactly.
kids.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I have to be hardcore and edgy.
Yeah, but I can't talk about it because we don't talk about our emotions.
Nah,
And
we
that's
just
why
listen
we
to
all
songs.
that's why we all had to go to therapy in our late 20s and early 30s.
I was gonna say it's why everybody or why you always hear Scoobs and I whenever we get the opportunity, say mental health matters. Get
Yeah.
yourself checked, check on your friends, ask someone how they're doing, give them a hug, say I love you.
Again, just the other week, I went to see American football, Midwest
Hell yeah.
Emo,
Hell
and
yeah.
yeah, uh, that is one of those bands that I love, very close to my heart. But when my friends know I'm listening to a lot of American football, they check in on me. Like, "Are you okay?" Because it is
Yeah.
that kind of band.
Yeah.
I remember a couple years ago when I was working at a different job and I could actually control the music. At one point, I was playing American football and I texted our friend Megan and I was like, "I'm making the entire restaurant listen to American football. I think I might be depressed." And she was like, "Okay, let's go out to dinner and talk about it."
First of all, shout out Megan. That's awesome friendship right there. Because yes, 100%. But also, I think it's hilarious that you're making everyone listen to it. They're like, everyone feel my pain.
Yeah.
Can you imagine someone just like, I think this guy's going through something.
Is something, is he okay? Yeah.
Jerry, go give him a hug.
But yeah, I do think that there's not that many lyrics to the song. It's a short song, but every line
Yeah.
is just like, "I'm sad."
Yeah, like any which way you can say it. Every line's just a different way of saying it again. He's excited about getting punched in the face.
Yeah. But it's still like weirdly motivational and optimistic despite being sad,
It's weird.
which is also kind of a hallmark of Midwest emo. It's like everything sucks and I'm sad, but I'm gonna get through it. It's gonna be okay, but right now I'm very sad.
Well, yeah, he even says, I'll never give up on my inner battles.
Mm-hmm.
Everything sucks, but I won't let them win.
Yep. That's emo, and then ska is everything sucks, but I have a trumpet.
Yes, exactly. I have to say, one thing that I do appreciate, and I get to actually get to appreciate, is that we often will find live performances to listen to and watch because I think it's a true testament to how much the band can do. In this live performance, I think, as expected, it is very difficult to be doing what he's doing on guitar and have the same recorded quality because obviously when they do the recordings, he's going to do each thing individually. He's not going to be playing guitar while doing lyrics on the album version.
Mm-hmm.
You can hear there's a lot going on and it still sounded very good. But the unclean vocals of the bassist for what the bassist was doing, that was like perfect. That was like album quality, scream, everything. Like that was very cool.
Oh, yeah. I do think that this performance is just you wouldn't be able to tell it was live, I don't think.
No, no, not at all. That's huge.
Yeah, like that's just a really big compliment to the band of being like, you're so good at what you do. I thought this was studio quality, mixed and mastered, just edited and all that, the levels and everything, and your performance. It sounded like it was recorded as opposed to recorded live.
Right. And like you've said before that sometimes when we get the audio, you'll take it from what we're watching too. And I'm telling you, like if you were in the other room and this was playing, you wouldn't have known that it was played live until the very end when they said, "All right, guys, that was Tiny Moving Parts at Audio Tree Live." And it's like, "Wait, what?"
That was live?
Right, exactly. It's like, "Wait, what? I just watched I just listened to a tiny or a tiny desk. What the hell?"
Oh man,
No.
tiny moving parts at tiny desk? That should happen.
Tiny moving parts desk.
Yes. Listen, they're getting some funky bands on there now. They had friggin' Napalm Death very recently,
I was
so
gonna say Napalm Death was there and they played the shortest song ever. And it
yes,
was
they
literally
did.
him just scream die.
Yeah, it's 1 second long. I believe they hold a Guinness World Record for that.
That's amazing. And now they've also played it live.
Yeah.
They've also had a on the tiny desks was the first ever hardcore band or the first ever mosh pit at a tiny desk, right?
Oh yeah, what was that Turnstile? I think.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. He just was singing the song and is like, fuck it, and jumps up on the desk and fucking does a backflip, and that's it.
Yep.
It went off. That was like, everyone there was waiting for the sign to do something stupid or crazy, and as soon as he was like, fuck it, here it goes, and just stage dived at Tiny Desk, which
Hell
is
yeah.
amazing. And then that was it. Like, I'm telling you, if they had 15 more minutes, the lights would have came down.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was so cool to see that. I need to watch that whole video. I just saw a clip of it, unfortunately. They definitely are exploring all the realms of music, and I'm here for it. I love that.
I think, I mean, we have enough projects going on, Steven, but God, I would really love to just do a whole bunch of tiny desks. Just there's so many because I will mention some to you and you'll be like, "Oh my God, they did a tiny desk like Action Bronson." I
Right,
mentioned that the other day,
yep.
and you were like, "Action Bronson did a tiny desk," and I was like, "Hell yeah, dude!"
I thought he just talked about doing it. I didn't know he actually did one.
Yeah.
And I've never watched Mac Miller's. I just know that he did one.
Oh my God, you've never watched it?
No,
Oh God,
not
we
not
might
like
have
a
to do
full
that.
thing from front to back. You know what I mean? I've watched
Yeah.
a song, but I don't think because they do that. That's my biggest problem with that stuff is I don't normally sit down and watch long form video media. My brain loves the clips though. I love clips. I love that short form.
That's how they
It's
get you.
bad.
The
It's bad, dude.
reels and the shorts and the TikToks and the
It's bad.
vines and the yeah.
I gotta tell you, when you went off on that ramble, you could have been a Bill Cosby skit for a second there.
With the Pokemans and the Pokey and the Man and the Jello pudding pop.
With the TikToks and the vines and the clips and the reels and the tweets and the twitters and the I don't knows.
Yeah.
He was a bad man, by the
Yeah.
way. Let's just
Oh yeah.
let's just bottle that up. He was a bad man
And he's in prison now where he belongs.
for all the bad man things he did. Moving on.
Moving on. Yeah, maybe we should do more tiny desks because there's so
I'm
many
fine
good
with that. That'd
ones.
be cool.
Maybe that's when we'll begin our foray into video podcasting as well.
Yeah, that'd be a good little segment to try. I think we need to get a nice buffer built back up, and then we can start delving into doing that. Cause I'm down for that. That'd be fun.
Yeah. So many projects, so little time. Well, with that said, I think that's going to do it for this episode, though, since we're talking about other projects now.
I would agree. I think the one thing I'd like to say is that I love tiny moving parts. I don't listen
Yes.
to them enough at all.
No,
I
not
think
enough
you've
people do.
inspired me to put them on right now and listen to them because I'm about to take my dog for a walk so he doesn't poop in the house.
Heck yeah.
So I'll get about 20 to 30 minutes of tiny moving parts, which is probably about an album and a half.
I mean, depends on the album, but
Yeah, it was a little satirical, a little not, you
yeah.
know?
I think Deep in the Blue is probably like 40-ish minutes. I don't know. We'll see. Caution is a little shorter. Yeah, they're none of their albums are very long.
No. And again, that's just a testament to the style of the music and also the how good they are doing it. Because to put the button on that little bit was that we said earlier, it's a short enough song that you still want to listen to it again right after you just listen to it. Because even though it's 2.5 minutes, which is about average for a song, it doesn't feel like it's that long at all.
No, and that is something that we've sort of talked about with music in general, that
Yeah.
if a song can captivate you enough, the time will just disappear and you'll be like, it's over already? And then yeah, it's like time travel. Again, real quick, like when we paused in the middle of Outliers at some point
Mm-hmm.
because you had a question, and we were like 6 minutes into the song and it was halfway over, and you're like, I thought there would be more. Like, dude, it's
Yep.
11 minutes long.
Yep. And I think we were at like 9 minutes, but I thought we were like at seven
Oh,
minutes or something like that. Like, 'cause it was going so fast. I think that's what it was. I was like, there's more. There needs to be more,
yeah.
which is crazy. But yeah, no, you are right. I think we've discussed that and agreed on that heavily. It doesn't matter the length of the actual song, but also if you can write a song that's that short that makes you want to listen to it 3 times in a row, that clearly says I don't care how much time it needs to be. If it's really good, I'm gonna listen.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna try and do this live one time and see how it turns out.
Oh crap! All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's
Uh,
go. I just
let's see how
punched my
concise I can
headset
do
by
this.
mistake.
All right, guys. Well, hey, if you made it this far, I just wanted to say thank you and I appreciate it. And if you can help us out, that'd be great. You can find us on Facebook or Instagram, where that's where I mostly do our stuff at. We have other ones. They're not active really, though. Facebook, we're as The Feedback, spelt just how you found us here, because if you're here, you know how to spell that. And if we're on Instagram, it's the feedback underscore PC for podcast. If you can go ahead and find us there, hit like, share, maybe favorite us, give us a review on something, that'd be great. We have YouTube. YouTube's been going pretty good for Scoops. He has a whole bunch of stuff lined up on there. He kind of picked that one up on his own and just got us backlogged and set up, and we've had that for a while. So we've got tons of catalog. We've been here for a while. Let's get those followers over 100. Come on. Someone give us some share here, right? Bands that's listening to this, maybe person listening to this, hook us up.
Was that? Are you good?
I think so. I think right. Is that everything? Did I cover it all?
That sounds about right.
All right.
Sounds good to me.
YouTube. Oh, YouTube's the feedback too, right? And there's nothing else different about that. I
I
forgot to
believe
mention that.
so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is where we, most of the time, not always, because we're slackers, put playlists of the band that we brought for each episode or related bands that we think would fit in well with our chosen band. That said, I would like to give a shout out to Exile, the artist behind our intro and outro music. The track is called Egg. You can check that out wherever you find music. The track was not made especially for us. That would be awesome if it was, but that's not quite the case. We are allowed to use it because as long as we give the artist a shout out, which I'm doing right now, it's free use. So we use it, and it's a great song. Still not sick of it. Don't think I ever will be, which is good. And yeah, I think that's gonna do it for us. Steven will bring the song next time, and I think what we're going to be doing is a little bit up in the air right now. So
It is. It is. But either way, the teaser I will give you is that it'll be. I'm definitely into my deathcore kick right now. It's not. I don't know very many bands. I don't listen to very many bands that are deathcore. I only have 2 other ones that I want to bring. That at least I can think of off the top of my head right now. So it'll be one of those, and then the week after that will be another one.
So we're going to be listening to Amur and
Not a mirror.
Dr. Acula. I don't know. I was just guessing.
No, we talked about it before.
I'll have to wait and see because I can't think of it off the top of my head.
That's fine. It'll be a teaser like that for whoever needs to come next week to hear it.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's going to do it for us. So thanks for listening, everyone. And join us next week for whatever we dig up next. Goodbye.
Next time, there won't be no next time. I apologize, even though I know I've tried. What's that, Eminem?
Yeah, that's Love the Way You Lie.
Yeah. Man. I hate how my brain does that
Dude.
sometimes.
So last night I was playing games with Tom and our friend Mike, and Mike was listening to Blink, while we were playing, and he was just kind of singing along, and I always knew the next line to every song, and he was like, I don't know the what's the title of this song, and I always knew it, and he's like, dude, it's really creepy how you know all that. It's a little creepy, and I was like, look,
Is it?
Sometimes I feel like I might be on the spectrum.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
The thing that my brain retains really well is song lyrics and albums and track titles.
Oh, yep, I remember.
Yep. For some
I'm
reason,
getting high
Yeah.
on the vibe of a fist fight.
Yeah.
On the vibe of a fist fight.
I'll just do this because for some reason I wanted to pick up the other monitor. Okay.
Tonight.
All right. Are you ready?
Yeah, do you hear me whisper screaming?
Yeah.
I have a bad feeling that might make its way into B-roll, and that's okay.
We'll see. We'll see what else we come up with.